PJ Carlesimo and Bob Larbes with us here. Yeah, I got it. With us here. Guys, real quick, just give me your overall thoughts of the ceremony today. What are you looking forward to in a couple of hours? I'll start with you, Bob.
I want to see if Charlie can keep it together. I don't think he can.
No chance.
He said he doesn't think that he can.
I don't think he can.
Yeah.
It's an honor that's long overdue, but it's nice that it coincides with us being honored, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's truly going to be exciting, and I was asking a bunch of these questions earlier, but teams back together, you're back on campus. It's got to sort of feel like it's 1970, 1971 all over again, right?
We feel a little older than that, I think. We were in slightly better shape back then, but Charlie's not going to be the only one that's going to have trouble holding it together.
That's true.
Yeah,
guys on the team.
Yeah. And obviously that year, I could tell with speaking to the guys over the course of the last hour or so, it's still that those memories are still so fresh in all your minds, and you could tell that you really can recall all these games of like going back to whether it be the games at MSG or the NCAA tournament, of course, and all those memories. Just the year that you guys shared, it really was special. And PJ, being a senior with this group, being with this program for a number of years and seeing what it turned into in 70 and 71. Talk about the growth of this program as a whole over the years, and how much that they got to 26-3 in such a dominant year in 70.
I don't want to say that Bays and I knew as freshmen, but there was five freshmen. We came in together, Charlie and Billy Maynor and Jack Burek and Bob and myself, and we knew it was a good group. It was a very good recruiting group. And it's funny because over the course of 4 years, we had 3 different coaches. Johnny Bach was the coach our freshman year when freshmen weren't eligible. We played for Dick Tarrant, who went on, was a great coach then. He had been a fantastic coach at Clifton High School, and then here for 2 years, and then he went to Richmond, obviously, and broke every record down there. And then sophomore and junior year, Ed Conlon, who if Charlie is not the best player in Fordham's history, and we think he is, but if he's not, Ed Conlon is. Those are the 2 best players, and there's nobody else close. With all due respect to Kenny Charles, who was a great player, but Charlie Elverton and Ed Conlon are 2 best players that ever played for Fordham. And then Mr. Conlon coached sophomore and junior year. Mr. Tarrant was assistant the sophomore year, and then I think Hank Moreno came in the year after that. And then all of a sudden, Digger and Frankie was the captain of the team when we were freshmen. When we were playing freshmen, Frankie was the captain of the varsity team for Mr. Bach, Mr. Bach's last team here. So we knew we were good, and we had freshman year when we were on freshmen. They went to the NIT. Sophomore year, I think we were NIT. And then junior year, we did not. We didn't have a great year junior year. And then, of course, senior year, we had the magical year. And, it's I can't say we knew we were going to be, that good, but we knew how good that class was. And then when you backed it up with Sully and Kenny Charles and George Zambetti and then Bart Wardowitz and Tom Pipich on top of that, it was a really, really good basketball team. And Digger came in and did not a good job. He basically, every button he pushed that year was the right button. The only, in retrospect, we were 26-3. Had he played Bob and I more, might have been even better. But truly, seriously, everything that he did that year was the right decision. It was hard to imagine a better year than that.
Yes, it was. In terms of the program, I love the fact that we're here in what's actually year 52, but we're celebrating 50.
Of course, yeah.
It's so nice that the team is good, the student body is back, and it's going to be exciting in the gym today.
It's got to be really exciting. You talk about excitement. What was it like going to Madison Square Garden and seeing Fordham sell out the place for some of those big-time games?
Somebody earlier said they didn't have the words for it yet, and I've been thinking about it because I anticipated this question. I don't have the words for it yet either, but I do have one memory of in the layup line next to PJ. leaned over and said to him, "I'm really glad I'm not playing tonight." Because there were
Were the nerves high for
19,500.
you guys even, and
Oh, gosh,
necessarily not
yes.
playing? But
It was
yeah.
So
yes.
what's the noise level? Does it feel just like white noise when it's that packed, or do you still? Is it still like you hear the fans, you hear everything about it?
No, it's because it was the first time. People forget the Garden actually opened our freshman year or sophomore year. We played. I think literally we played in the old Garden, and then like 4 months later they opened a new Garden. It was either February of '67 or '68 or '68 or '69. But the first time it ever sold out, the Garden ever. It used to play Thursday doubleheaders, and it was 19. Bob was right, 19,588. And first we sold it out for Notre Dame, and then a week later we sold it out. Fordham sold it out against Marquette. But it was the first time, and it was a different atmosphere even than the Knicks, who were unbelievable at that time. But the difference, you have a band. It's night and day. I mean, as great as the Knicks fans have always been, and as great as it was then, it wasn't like that. And it was so special. Because they were there for Fordham. They weren't there for Notre Dame.
Yeah.
They weren't there for Marquette. They were there for Fordham. And it was incredible. The noise level was unbelievable from the beginning of the game until the end. It was and we almost got both of them. So it was special.
That's PJ Carlesimo there, and Bob Larbes as well. Just one quick one to wrap it up, guys. Just overall. What does 1970 and 71? What does that team mean to this program? And what have you seen from the team this year? Obviously, trying to revive this program and bring it back to the heights that they were at with you guys and your team.
At pregame meal, I sat with a group of 5 players, and Darius Quisenberry said, "You guys were the foundation." And I don't know of anything that he could have said that would have meant more to me, because, we kind of think that, but to have a player on this year's team, especially a player of Darius's quality, is very meaningful.
Bob's prejudiced, though. He's from Ohio, so he likes the Youngstown guys.
Right? He likes the guy from Ohio.
That's right.
Nothing wrong with that.
That must have been a great small talk for the
Yeah.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Can't say enough about the job Keith has done. And even last year, Kyle and Keith obviously being a part of that, and Eddie Cull, the job he's done, and the function we had last night downtown, and some of the alums that are back involved, and not just involved, contributing, helping to do things, helping Eddie Cull out, and the Fordham fans and alums in particular that are listening to this. It's a great time to get back involved, and it's a great time for all of us to go to our pockets and do whatever we can to support, because the things that are happening here, it's phenomenal. It has been a long time coming, and as long as Keith Ergo stays here, it's going to continue to happen. As long as Eddie Cull stays here, it's going to continue to happen.
As Coach Ergo says often, it's a great
day to be around.
I can't wait to get in the gym. Get me to the gym. Can we start the game now? Can we start the game now?
We're going to run our way over to the gym.